Hey guys, what's up? This might sound like a boring ITL, but I wanted to bring this one to you today because I was in the middle of a mix last few days, and I realized that I was doing some things that might not intuitively come to you guys, and I started questioning myself why I was doing it, and I realized that I did actually, for goodness sakes, I actually had a real reason for doing it. So what I want to do today is I want to show you how a lot of guys at this level, we don't accept effects the way they're given to us. We EQ the heck out of effects. One of the first people when I was coming along and learning, I had the privilege of meeting was Mick Gazowski, and Mick was really famous for using the Eventide 2016 Reverb, which I use a lot too. And he would roll a lot of the high end off, so I'm told. I never asked him that, so I'm guessing, but to me it sounded like he rolled high end off. I rarely heard anything above 5K. Sometimes it seemed like I only heard 4K. I started noticing I would like delay units like the Lexicon PCM 42 and the TC Electronics 2290, and when I would compare their sound to the original, it seemed like there was a high-end difference. So I just subconsciously started taking high-end off of some of my effects. And today I was talking with Will, and I think the reason that works is because when we were all analog, analog and high-end are not the best of buddies. And so during the analog days, you really didn't have to worry about high-end competing the way we do now. Like now, just an average record, it just has a lot more super ultra high end. So when you roll it off an effect, it leaves more room for the sparkle and shine. And I wanted this vocal to have kind of a very intimate feel. It's a real cool song. Done by my friend Nick Cooper, who's one of the top, if not the top, vocal coach and producer around. So I'm gonna play a little piece of this. This is with the effects, and then in the track, and then I'm gonna show you why I'm talking about all this stuff.
When your sky is falling, and the earth slips from your feet.
Pretty cool. Man, Nick's amazing. Okay guys, here's just the vocal soloed with the effects, with everything.
When your sky is falling, and the earth slips from your feet.
Okay, now let's deconstruct it. So let's take all the effects off.
When your sky is falling.
Okay, now one of the more important effects is there's two quarter note delays. Now this one delay here, what I've got going on with that is your basic just delay thing going on. Then you can see I'm rolling off a lot of top end. Looks like I'm starting, if this is 1K, this is 2K. I'm rolling off top end pretty severely at 3K, and low end pretty severely if it's 100, 200, 300, 400, 400, somewhere in there. And then on my little deverb guy, I'm high frequency cut 7. That's not as, sometimes I go lower. Let's go lower. So this is with just that.
When your sky is falling.
Okay, I'm not going to A-B every single effect. That's something you guys can do at home. Now, I felt like I needed a little more character to the quarter note effect. It felt a little too pretty. So what I did was I brought my buddy Echo Farm. Now this is the same. I think this is the same plugin I used on Buttons. So I'm reducing the bit rate, taking off a little bit of the top, and then I'm feeding that to this guy here. So we got a pretty severe roll off here. And it looks like I'm rolling it from 600 and below and 3.5K and above. So, and then I'm feeding that to just your basic doubler. And this is what we've got with that.
When your sky is falling.
Let's listen both of them together, both delays.
When your sky is falling.
You can hear that reverb. Okay, now I spent all this money to get me a Bricasti reverb, and I'm rolling top end off the thing. That's almost criminal. I'm taking off everything above about 4K from the Bricasti.
When your sky is falling, and the earth slips from your feet.
See, it just sits better with that frequency, that stuff gone. I don't know why. It's I think let's make up a name for it. Let's call it the Herbert effect. When you take high end off of effects, it's the Herbert effect. Okay, and then last but not least, I've shown you this before. This is a little harmonizer setting. I don't think I did anything special to it. No, nothing special. That's a great effect though, but we talked about that once before. Okay, so real quick, just because I know sometimes you guys like to know, I'm using this vocal rider, which I love. Check this out.
When your sky is falling, and the earth slips from your feet.
I'm about to give Waves a quote for this thing, and my quote's just going to be amazing, so it's going to be pretty short. Main thing is this little slider right here. You got to pay attention to that. And then when you use this thing, make sure you send to the side chain from your drums and from your music. I've got live drums and program drums, and then here's my music, and I'm sending that to bus 30. So you see what I'm saying? Bus 30 to bus 30, and then I narrow the range where my fader can move in a little bit. Great piece of gear. Here's your basic de-esser that I'm using. I love this, Brainworks. I'm adding a little top end to the vocal. Our old buddy channel strip, a little bit of that. And then I'm taking out some 2500. So let's mute all these.
When your sky is falling. When your sky is falling. When your sky is falling, and the earth slips from your feet.
One quick thing, guys. Because the backbone of the vocal, I want it to be intimate, and the way I created that was a little bit of extra high end. And so I under de-essed it, but then it wasn't sitting right in the track, and so I felt like I needed something in the track to support it. Here's my guitar. It just didn't have enough support, so I took a UAD plug-in. All right, that's this week's ITL. I'll see you guys next week, and back to you, Dave.